हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम टू द लेटेस्ट एपिसोड ऑफ ओवर द लाइन फुटबॉल पॉडकास्ट सीरीज। आज का शो बहुत स्पेशल है क्योंकि जब हमने स्टार्ट किया था तब भी पहली एपिसोड में भी यही बातें हो रही थी और अब भी वही बात होगी। हमारी प्रेडिक्शन लकीली फॉर्चुनेटली सही साबित हुई है। बट फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आई वुड लाइक टू वेलकम शाहरुख, जो कि बहुत एक्साइटेड हैं, बहुत तैयार हैं to celebrate.
Campeones, ole, ole, ole. Yes, Hamad, thank you. It's been a
Well,
wonderful few weeks. और जिस तरह इन्होंने कमाल कर दिया, 10 straight wins in a row, 5 clean sheets, fantastic run of form. I mean, we like you said, we discussed this at the beginning of the resumption of the league, but it was still not clear cut. Obviously, right? There were 2 points behind Barcelona. Some very tough games, a tougher run in actually than Barcelona. But the way the boys have performed has been phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. But I think it's सबका credit obviously सबसे पहले तो Zidane को जाता ही जाता है. The way he's managed to rally around his troops and the players and got them focused on achieving this goal. But the boys have been fantastic, यार. कमाल कर रहे हैं.
But before we go into Zidane and his tactics and where we stand now, अभी हम बात करें तो Real Madrid is 7 points clear with 1 game to go. So we are potentially looking at 89 points inshallah. So जब हमने start किया तो we were like 56 points. So 56 से on trot 33 points and we are hopefully will be at 89 points. So the question is कि 3 साल बाद क्या महसूस हो रहा है? Been a long time.
It's been slightly long, huh? 3 saal is a bit of a long period, but I mean, honestly, like I discussed in the first program, didn't really expect it to happen this year, right? This was supposed to be a rebuilding year. Zidane वापस आए हैं. Didn't have the right players that he wanted either. So it was always going to be, for me at least, a rebuilding year. So this is the feeling is amazing. Yeah, I can't describe it. It's been a bit of a surprise. It hasn't been a shock because of the way they performed. लेकिन phenomenal feeling, absolutely phenomenal. Yeah.
लेकिन अब इसमें ये भी देखें
ना, deserved victory.
Yeah. So moving on to Zidane, वही बात करते हैं. इस टीम में कोई ऐसा चेंज नहीं है. The team he inherited when he came last year. उसमें और इस टीम में खास फर्क तो नहीं है. He has not really added anyone.
Absolutely. If you look at the starting lineup for most of our games this season, सिर्फ Ferdinand Mendy, right? He's the new guy in, and even he was rotated with Marcelo throughout the season. Baki, the core is still the same. Your back four, उसमें Carvajal, Varane, Ramos, been there forever. Casemiro, Kroos, Modric, they've formed the spine of the midfield. Valverde obviously played a big part initially in the season, sort of tapered off after the resumption. Or front three mein you had Benzema, an ever-present presence up front. Hazard obviously missed a significant chunk of the season. Asensio missed a large chunk of the season. So wings ke upar there was always a variety of players being put in there. But आपके 7-8-9 players जो थे वो तो पक्के Zidane के favorites जो हमेशा से रहे हैं पिछले 4-5 साल से वही हैं. So I mean, what has been different this year? The fact that he managed to revive them. He managed to instill in them that confidence and that motivation to perform and to succeed again, right? And the players have looked hungrier, they've looked fitter, they've looked fresher this year. Players inka like Modric and even Ramos, for instance, and Marcelo, definitely. In their mid 30s, Modric to lagta he's found like the elixir of life, in this latter half of the season. He's been performing like he did during the year he won the Ballon d'Or. Absolutely phenomenal, covering every single blade of grass in 3 positions at the same time, pressing the opponent, marshalling the midfield, defense में भी खेल रहा है, incisive passes भी निकाल रहा है. He's been absolutely supreme. And again, credit goes to Zidane for being able to revive these guys. Marcelo को confidence देना, and making sure that giving him that promise that he's still got a future in Madrid. So absolutely phenomenal man management, यार.
I think इस पे हमने पहले भी एक बात की थी, लेकिन बात हुई है कि एक उसने आके philosophy भी change की है. Rather than scoring 3-4 goals every match, his first priority was not to concede any. और उसने हमें बहुत ज़्यादा किया है क्योंकि in 37 matches we have like 23 goals and that's half of the goals we conceded last year and the year before. So 46 and 44 were the number I was looking at. So उसका literally हमने half कर दिया है. And we have still scored good number of goals as well.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, he just completely flipped the script, right? How do you handle the departure of Cristiano Ronaldo? the greatest goal scorer in the club's history, one of the best players of all time, guaranteed 50 plus goals every year. How do you replace that? You can't replace that with any offensive machine, right? So what do? You build a defensive nuclear shield, and that's exactly what Zidane did, right? मैं कहीं और भी पढ़ रहा था, compared to the season 2017 season when we last won the league, we had around 40 goals less that we've scored this year.
Yeah, we have
but
68.
we've also conceded.
We have just 68.
और उस साल कोई 100 से ज़्यादा हमने किए थे.
100 से ज़्यादा
But we've also conceded 20 goals less. Right?
Yeah.
Now, is this something which is sustainable for future seasons? I don't know. That remains to be seen, and that can be a topic for another show. But it will be a huge talking point in the next few weeks. So what he did was he saw that अच्छा चलो मेरे पास रोनाल्डो नहीं है, मेरे पास उसकी replacement जो है Hazard unlucky, missed such a huge chunk of the season, Asensio out for the entire year, right? Jovic जो player एक लिया उसके अजीब कोई problems कभी
off the field मसले
कभी कोविड हो रहा है, कभी कोविड के दौरान
इंजरी
टूट गया है, कभी कुछ और हो रहा है. Bale again, we all know, we've talked about Bale so many times. So what does he get from these 4 attacking players? Not even 10 goals, I think. Right? Yeah. Hazard has scored 1 in the entire season. Bale has scored 2. Asensio has scored 2. Jovic has scored 1 or 2. That's not even 7 or 8 goals. But ये आपके 4 prime attacking players हैं, right? So he knew that he needed to have a strong defensive structure in place, and they all defended as a team. Right from the top, Benzema was pressing up at all the defenses. Modric, Kroos, even Vinicius has been working very hard on the left flank, assisting Marcelo or Mendy, whoever was playing. So he had to build that defensive solidity, and that has been, and then the results show, like you said, best defensive record I think that Madrid has ever had in a 38 game league. Bobby Zamora trophy going to Courtois for being the keeper with the least amount of goals conceded and most number of clean sheets. This is something that you would not associate with free scoring sides of Madrid in the past, but iski requirement thi. That was the only way we could win because we didn't have goal scorers, and he produced it.
Yeah. And I think जो originally पहले भी criticism नहीं, लेकिन जो बहुत बड़ी strength थी, उस पर हम बात भी करते रहे, वो थी player management इसकी. लेकिन जिस तरह आपने आज ना बात कर रहे थे कि उसको दोबारा players को motivate करना, so Modric had to reinvent, and he did. Ramos was literally leaving for China, और उसको वापस वहाँ पे रोकना, और उसके बाद उसको वो leadership का role देना, motivate करना कि it turns out to be our second highest goal scorer. So वो और Casemiro फिर Rock as जैसे हमारे हैं, Courtois had a rough start. But eventually now everyone is praising him. So man management, player management had a big role. और उसमें Zidane is always good at it.
Absolutely. I mean, but you see, again, we come back to the same point. People just say that he's lucky and he's a good man manager, as if being a good man manager is not a quality, right? I think it's one of the most important managerial skills to have, especially in big clubs like Real Madrid, where you've got players with huge egos. They're superstars, right? उनको आपने football ही सिखानी, उनको पता है football कैसे खेलते हैं. You don't need a Benitez to tell them how to score from a free like he apparently did do with Ronaldo. You need to massage their egos. You need to manage those players. And it's not just his man management. Yeah, that was tactical. Now usko bhi dekhe. That was also an evidence throughout the season. The different number of formations that he used. 4-3-3, 4-4-2, 4-2-3-1 as well during this latter half of the season. Then he's used 5 midfielders as well in so many matches. So he's been using the strengths of all of his players to the maximum level, right? And trusting in them. And having the trust in them to perform and giving them the confidence that they need to succeed. And things were very, very difficult at the beginning of the season. If you remember, if you look back to October, we had some very poor results. It was even before that, starting from preseason, a disastrous preseason, then the very indifferent start to the league where you lost to Mallorca, lost to PSG, a PSG team that was missing
Neymar and
Mbappe and Cavani and all those players. Almost suffered an embarrassing loss to Club Brugge as well in the Champions League. Courtois had a horrible game, if you remember, and he was then taken off at half-time apparently because he wasn't feeling well. And उस वक्त आपको अगर याद होगा, there was even talk of Mourinho coming back. इतने बुरे हालात थे कि अगर Galatasaray से हम हार जाते, that away game, at that point we just had 1 point in the Champions League, and there was talk of Zizou being fired. And that was shocking, right? I mean, ये एक बंदा है जो who had no reason to come back, right? He came back last March because there was an SOS call from Perez कि आके बचा लो, right? We were collapsing, he had easily walked off into the sunset. Uska naam, he's already etched his name in history, right? He's scored that goal in the Champions League final. He's won 3 straight Champions Leagues as a coach. So he's gone down in history. He didn't need to come back, but he did. He came back. He took responsibility, and and that's when also the players also stood up for him. If you remember, Ramos stood up for him. He said that the squad it stands right with Zidane right up to death, and that he deserves more respect. And वो जो unity show की थी squad ने उसके बाद से they decided they have to pull their socks up. They don't want Mourinho to come back as manager, and we went on a 3-4 month unbeaten streak. And when he came back, you could see his focus was very clear. He wanted to change the culture, right? He wanted to change the focus away from the Champions League, which has always been an obsession with us, and to focus on winning the league, because that's for him, as far as he's concerned, that's the most important title. Kafi fans would think differently. Even I would covet the Champions League more. I think it's a more prestigious championship, and you have the biggest teams playing. It's like apna ek aura hai. But obviously, he's right. The league represents consistency over an entire season. Right? Champions League is 11, 12 matches. You can perform poorly in the league, but if you do well in those 7 or 8 or 9, 10 matches, you win the Champions League. So the La Liga for him was always the most important trophy. That was always going to be the main objective. And even though he didn't get the players that he wanted, Pogba didn't arrive. He didn't get the sales that he desired either. James was still around. Bale was still around. No Ronaldo. Horrific injuries to key players. So all those things that were going against him. But still he managed to bring about this change within the team, and he did that with more than just man management. Created a structure around solid defense, changed the formation often, like I said, and revive these key players, the 34, 35-year-old players who look fitter than most 20-year-olds now. Right? So 209 games in charge, 11 titles, one title every 19 games.
Yeah.
In 3 full seasons as manager, he has won 3 Champions Leagues and 2 La Ligas. It can't get better than this, right? Or maybe it can. You can't put anything beyond Zidane. He's phenomenal. And like Ramos said after the Villarreal game, everything Zidane touches seems to turn to gold, right? And you can't argue with that. Yeah, he definitely has the Midas touch.
Yeah, he should be looking at the most celebrated and distinguished coach. मैं ख्याल 14 titles है शायद record. So
14 का title है.
Yeah,
so he should, yeah. 3 more तो easily हो सकते हैं. और उसके साथ I think एक statue तो बनता ही है Zidane का outside the Santiago Bernabeu.
I think जाने के बाद ही बनेगा, अभी नहीं बनता. हम जाने के बाद बनाएंगे. But interestingly, not exactly relevant बात, but हमारे legends eventually वापस आ जाते हैं. Raul came back, now Casillas is back. So whatever the way they exited, now they're coming back and making amends. So that's good. So Zidane का भी statue बना के छोड़ेंगे हम. But अगर
मतलब पहले
नहीं
sorry ये पहले सारे ये Galacticos थे on the field. Now they're going to be Galacticos in management, right? There's Raul who is managing the Castilla team, the youth team. Casillas coming back as advisor. I think the similar sort of role जो पहले Zidane का था back in 2010-11. So जबरदस्त यार. This is going to be great. Looking forward to the next seasons.
I still think कि Casillas को इन्होंने कुछ advisor रखने के बाद then they're going to push him towards the presidency of Spanish Football Federation, because that's what he was interested in initially. So maybe moving towards a La Liga president or a Spanish Football Federation president. So more power to Real Madrid in a way.
Yeah, exactly. So you know what's going to happen then if we win more titles.
Yeah.
So haters going to be accusing us again.
So अब खैर वो तो एक लंबी कंट्रोवर्सी चलती रहेगी. आजकल यूनाइटेड के साथ भी यही हो रहा है EPL में, VAR और यूनाइटेड के साथ. But let's move on to the players. Very hard to select, but one player if you have to pick.
Yeah. See, like
it's a tie.
Player of this. For me, it's a tie as well. But just the way they've all performed throughout the season, everyone has stood up at some point or the other. You've had 21 different goal scorers, right? Which is a record for any club in the 21st century. So at some crucial points in time, har player and deliver kiya. Initially during the season, Casemiro I thought was phenomenal. Valverde was absolutely magical, right? In that midfield, he brought in that energy, that drive in the middle of the pitch, in the middle of the pitch. Courtois, after some early jitters, was phenomenal, right? He was so solid. He made some crucial saves in the last couple of games as well, and deservedly ends up as the Bobby Zamora winner. Modric, like I said, seems to have returned to his best form ever. He has his best return ever in a league campaign with 7 assists. Mendy has been a revelation at left back. Varane and Carvajal were solid. But for me, obviously, Ramos and Benzema, they both stood out. Benzema probably the most consistent over the year, but COVID की break के बाद जिस तरह Ramos वापस आया है और जिस तरह उसने control लिया है of things and you know how he's taken charge and provided that leadership not just on the pitch but off the pitch as well, scoring those crucial penalties in pressure situations, making those goal line clearances as well in the last in the match against Granada, I think. And you know he's got this ice in his veins. You know, it's pressure situation aati hai, and you can always rely upon Sergio Ramos to deliver. So for me, I think it's a tie. Ramos and Benzema, they're both my players of the season.
I think इसके साथ Casemiro और Courtois, ये चार I think were the backbone of this title winning team.
Absolutely.
Because they were always present in the lineup. बाकी सारे injuries or one reason or the other in and out होते रहे हैं. But these people were rock solid. और
yes, and 22 titles now for Ramos and Marcelo. They're second on the list, just one behind the legend Paco Gento. So hopefully they'll become the most successful players in Madrid's history as well over the next year.
Champions League है भी साल की, शायद इसी साल हो जाए.
Champions League है, yes.
उस पे भी आते हैं. बट इसके अलावा अब दो क्वेश्चन हैं. एक तो आप देख रहे हैं कि बैलन डोर की काफी ज्यादा आवाजें उठ रही हैं कि बेंजेमा को दिया जाए. I highly doubt कि उसको दिया जाएगा. I still think it has turned into a more of a commercial award और पता है हमें कहाँ जा रहा है. इस साल भी again quote unquote bravery और टीम को लीड करके और ड्रैग करके यहाँ तक लाने में. But top scorer of the league, Benzema is still in the contention. It's still in contention.
Still in contention, and I think the rest of the team is working very hard to ensure that he gets there. As we saw from the last farcical penalty, जो Ramos ने उसको दी.
उसके कुछ आसान तरीके भी हैं. इन्होंने जो तरीका आजमाया था ज़रा बहुत मुश्किल था. Simple उसको भी दी जा सकती थी. But I don't think it was a great achievement के post Ronaldo era and during the Messi era, अगर Karim Benzema truly deserves और अगर वो इस पे आ जाता है आगे तो, and he could have been like 5-6 goals ahead अगर Ramos हर penalty ना ले रहा.
Exactly. Yeah, he could have been far ahead. I think Ramos has scored about 6 or 7 penalties. Right this year. So he would have easily been 4 or 5 goals ahead of Messi right now. And I think there's no one who deserves it more than Benzema for all the services that he has given to the club over the last 10-11 years. You know, staying away from the limelight as a playing a second fiddle role to both Ronaldo and Bale initially. So I think it would be just reward for all his long time services.
चलें, fingers crossed. अब अगर हम थोड़ा सा, क्योंकि इस पे डिटेल में बात होती रहेगी, बट हमें नजर ये आ रहा है, ऐलान ये हुआ है कि इस साल नो मेजर साइनिंग. सो वी हैव बीन टॉकिंग अबाउट कि कहीं पे हमारे पास रिप्लेसमेंट नहीं है, हमारे पास करीम की नेचुरल रिप्लेसमेंट नहीं है, हमारे पास कैसेमीरो की रिप्लेसमेंट नहीं है. And when we talk about future, which we should start talking about future, उसमें we need Ramos की replacement as well, क्योंकि he's not getting any younger either. Modric के हमारे पास replacements आ सकती हैं, but we need a very good central defender. So do you think we need an immediate replacement for any of these players in this season? Upcoming season?
हमें backup right back तो definitely चाहिए. Right? I don't think Odriozola is going to come back. He's on loan to Bayern, right? So, I mean, मेरा नहीं ख्याल Zidane would want to retain him. I think that's going to be our last option. If you won't find anyone reliable enough, then sure, we'll cut short his loan deal. But we definitely need a backup right back. We definitely need a backup centre back as well. Because thankfully Varane has remained injury free this season. Ramos को भी इतने ना तो red cards मिले हैं, ना उसकी इतनी injuries हुई हैं इस साल. Militao has been decent. But obviously, एक fourth center back आपको चाहिए ही चाहिए होता है. And we need a backup for Casemiro as well, right? That's also one position which does not have a second player. बाकी I think up front where जो players हमें चाहिए उसके लिए, like Perez said, we don't have the money for that given the current circumstances. We don't want someone who is going to be sort of a second category striker or forward. So Mbappe remains a long-term target, hopefully in 2021. Erling Haaland might have been a target this year, but again, it's going to cost more than 100 million. So I don't see that deal happening. So I think there are going to be key positions which are going to be strengthened, but no Galactico, like Perez said.
But we're going to let go of 2 of them.
We've been trying to. We've been trying to for a while. I don't even know that that's going to happen yet. James can still, yeah, he still might be able to go. He's still relatively young, 27, 28. He can command a decent 35, 40 million fee as well. But Bale is 30, 31, right? Uski wages kaun dega yaar. So yeah, that's one situation that really needs to be sorted out.
Maybe फिर MLS is the last option. Or China.
या हाँ कोई बेकहम से बात कर ले यार वही दे दे कोई 4-5 लाख डॉलर महीने के इसको तो फिर शायद ये चला जाए
I think जहां भी वो जाएगा उसको
LA Galaxy के लिए
pay cut लेना पड़ेगा unless he moves into a Chinese league or something that who can pay
yeah but that's the thing, he doesn't want to take a pay cut, right? He's happy sitting on the bench as long as he's getting that money. I think that's the main issue. If I think the only thing that's stopping him is the fact that no one is willing to pay those same ridiculous amount of wages.
बट इसका जो इसके एंटेक वहां पे चल रही हरकतें चल रही हैं उसका रिजल्ट ये भी है कि एनी पोटेंशियल बायर वुड आल्सो रीथिंक their desire to get a player for so much price जिसके आगे फिर ये हरकतें इस तरह की निकलती हैं.
Exactly. So मतलब it's such so unprofessional, yeah, and it's not even it's doing great disservice to the club's reputation as well. It doesn't provide very good optics for people watching.
And the fact remains and the sad thing is the fact remains that he is one of the legends. जब भी हम history की बात होगी तो उसका नाम हमेशा आएगा because of the kind of goals he scored and the goals obviously he scored. He's like
on the occasions that he's scored. It's history. So it's unfortunate. I mean, since that bicycle kick against Liverpool, उसके बाद से तो मेरा नहीं ख्याल उसने कोई किसी भी match winning goal कोई score किया या कोई match winning performance दी हो, and that was what 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's wasted the prime years of his life here, which is
and I think more problem. Yeah, and I think the bigger problem was his attitude rather than performance. De pata hai fitness issue. We stayed with Modric. Modric had suffered quite a dip in the form for a lot of months now, but glad he took it on the right time. So what's next? अब एक तो हमारे पास Champions League है 8th August without Sergio Ramos and his penalties. We need to find a way back into that league. Any chances?
Yeah, as much as I'd like to believe, I don't think we're the favorites, obviously, going into that particular match. Ramos not being there is the biggest factor. I think Ramos hota, I still would have felt slightly 55-45 still in favor of City. But now I think it's more like 70-30 in their favor. Not just the lack of Ramos, obviously, it's also the fact that I don't know where if I'm going to find 3 goals from, because that's what we'll eventually be needing. I don't think we'll prevent City from scoring. 2-0 to nahi hum jeetne wale. So that means we'll need to score 3 goals. So Hazard needs to be back to his complete fitness. Yeah, we need him firing on all cylinders for that game. But mushkil lag raha hai. But you never know. Champions League always brings out the best now players. Zidane has never lost so far as a manager. So the hopes are still there. Can't give up.
No, definitely can't give up. And I think we might be able to pull a surprise अगर हमारे सारे players at their best. And that's the sad part. Ramos is not there to be at his best. So next season,
and if we win that game, we're going to win that title as well. Mark my words, it's going to happen. If we beat City, uske baad, Bayern Munich, I think, are probably the strongest team in my opinion right now, going on current form. I think we will be able to win it.
Next we have Juventus, and I think we can beat Juventus. One leg
Juventus Lyon se jeet jaye, because जिस तरह Juventus के भी हालात जा रहे हैं, I won't be surprised if Lyon beats Juventus.
जितने उन्होंने points drop किया, I think किसी ने भी नहीं किए, लेकिन the only sad thing is कि उनके second place जो थे वो बिल्कुल भी उसको capitalize नहीं कर सका, और वो उधर वो हारते थे, उधर वो हार जाते थे, so the 6 point difference was there. But let's see, they still have 5 games to go, or 6 points का difference है. Inter is on at the second now, so let's hope for that. क्या बनता है वहाँ पे? Next season start है 12 September को, सुनने में आ रहा है, अभी confirm नहीं है. But any expectations?
Have to retain the league. Topmost priority has to create this winning run, right? Create a legendary team. We don't want to be one of those teams que jo saal 3-4 saal mein ek dafa league jeette hain. I want to see that consistency. I want us to see go on a 3-4 year run of winning La Liga, because it's been a while. since we've dominated domestically. That should be our prime objective, and I think that will 100% be Zidane's prime objective. Uske alawa, cup competitions are always there, right? But we need to raise our performances as well. I think that this year, like we said, was more of a rebuilding year. There were so many injuries across the board that Zidane had to rely more upon getting results, right, regardless of performances. But I think the fans would want to see, more beautiful football, more creative football in the coming season. But titles obviously are welcome with or without good football.
वो तो मेंटालिटी जो है इसकी, हमारा क्या नाम है, सॉरी, ये तो फिर जो उसके विन एट एवरी कॉस्ट मेंटालिटी सर्जी रामोस की जो हमें इस पे नजर भी आ रही है, which help, so why not. So I think this is pretty much it for this year, and I would totally agree कि हमें अब चाहिए कि हम जो है वो ला लीगा पे ज़्यादा फोकस करें, because despite all the things that Ronaldo did, he did deserve a few more La Liga titles as well, जितना उसका performance थी और जिस तरह थी, but we are not able to do that in last few years. So I would definitely think कि हमारा focus La Liga पे ही रहना चाहिए. Champions League, La Decima was an obsession, but since then we have once thrice, अब जरा वापस लीग फोकस करते हैं, and इधर उधर के जो कप्स निकलते हैं वो तो चलते रहते हैं. So I think this is it for today. अब we'll be talking about once all of the leagues are done and Champions League resumes, तो फिर हम इस पे दोबारा बात करेंगे. But once again, congratulations.
Hala Madrid.
Hala Madrid. चले, thank you so much. आप हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें, कमेंट करें. If you want us to talk about any particular topic, तो हमें बताइएगा in comment section, and stay tuned. Thank you.